Greetings, lovely engineers. Space Engineers 2 VS2 Planets and Survival Foundations is dropping on December 1st, this upcoming Monday. This massive update is another major milestone in the development of Space Engineers 2 Alpha. It introduces not only planets and foundation of survival gameplay, but also lays the groundwork for meaningful and deep progression-driven gameplay focused on colonization of the Almagest system, crafting, base building, spacecraft building, and exploration necessary to acquire essential resources. I am Cutatron, and I welcome you to Guide, where I'll walk you through the most important features coming in new Space Engineers 2 update. Planets. Vertical Slice 2 brings the first two planets to Almagest system. Verger, which at first glance resembles Earth, and Chemic, a desert, desolated Mars-like planet. Planets in Space Engineers 2 offers seamless transition between space and planetary surfaces, diverse biomes, and volumetric clouds that, combined with advanced lighting, create stunning visuals. What set SE2 planets apart from those in original game, it's not only advanced graphics, but also their scale and richness of terrain features. Mountains, valleys, currently dry rivers and lake beds. Water, by the way, is coming in VS3 update. But not only this, also different biomes and even caves. Compared to SE1, everything feels significantly larger and much more realistic. Interaction with the environment is enhanced by dynamic voxel density, meaning that crashing into solid rock causes far more damage than landing on the sand. The way ships interact with boulders and trees is also impressive. Every engineer should be cautious, because landing in forest can seriously damage or even destroy your ship. The much larger planetary scale requires higher travel speeds to make exploration enjoyable. The V-Rage 2 engine now allows ships to reach a max speed of 300 meters per second, triple the max speed of Space Engineers 1. The jetpack on planetary surfaces is definitely slower and less effective than in space, preventing the kind of jetpack abuse that was common in SE1. To sum up, Planets in the upcoming update delivers beautiful and realistic environment, making the gameplay far more immersive. These new procedurally generated worlds could easily serve as the background to great sci-fi RPG, yet they remain fully destructible thanks to voxel terrain. You can dig into them, create your own caves or mines, and reshape the landscape. Mining and backpack building. VS2 introduced mining of natural resources such as iron, silicon, copper, cobalt, and nickel. These basic ores can be found on planets, while more advanced materials like lead, gold, and silver require venturing into the space. Combined with increasingly complex manufacturing technologies, this establishes a solid progression loop, advanced blocks or simply larger blocks require harder to obtain resources that must be processed. For example, in refinery, but more on that later. Interestingly, there is no stone mining anymore. Your backpack can craft basic components directly from raw ores, like for example iron or silicon ore. This makes early game more dynamic, shifting the focus towards exploration rather than spending hours in one place mining stone just to build a basic outpost. Ore detector range is also significantly improved compared to SC1, and both small and large ore detectors now have resource filtering. This means that if you are only searching for ice, you can disable other resources in the filter and focus solely on finding ice to produce, for example, hydrogen. Production and crafting system. Another core pillar of progression. Your backpack can craft basic components on the fly, but its capacity is extremely limited. The first major upgrade will be the smelter, which you can place in your base or on your ship. Some materials require a different form of processing. This is where the refinery comes in. It produces refinery products, essential for crafting more advanced blocks and components. The classic assembler returns in the new form. It converts simple components and refinery products into complex components. The fabricator is the largest and most advanced production block, crafting high-tech components using complex components and refinery products. At the moment, you can consider it endgame manufacturing block. Last but not least, Gearforge is a small block that use all types of materials, from raw ores to high-tech components. Gearforge is used to craft tools and equipment. In the future, it will be able to produce even weapons and other FPS items. New building system. In SC2 survival mode, we'll be able to use the new projection building system instead of placing unwelded blocks. This allows you to literally project a new grid into the survival environment or spawn a blueprint without needing a projector. You'll be able to use symmetry mode, cut, copy and paste structures, and even use Ctrl and Z or Ctrl and Y for undo and redo. Inserted grid projections automatically generate support blocks if the grid doesn't connect to existing structures or voxels. This gives far more flexibility and allows building more complex and more interesting creation than in SC1 survival. For example, you can create projection of fully built base and then simply focus on gathering resources and welding the structure. You also won't waste time grinding away unwanted blocks. As long as it's just hologram, you can remove this block instantly, just like in creative mode. Colonization system. Colonization is new form of progression in Space Engineers 2. Almagest is divided into different sectors, and each sector offers a variety of contracts. Completing them grants colonization points and various rewards. For now, we have non-combat contracts, which not only grants colonization points but also unlock increasingly advanced technologies. Blueprints, for example, unlocking the assembler or the large battery, requires completing specific quests. Once you complete all contracts in given sector, you can fast travel to the next sector. This adds an extra layer of depth and helps new players learn the game's mechanics. Colonization will be mandatory in VS2, but in the future players will be able to disable it if they prefer pure sandbox gameplay. I personally think it's a fantastic feature. Many times I abandoned SC1 because exploration and resource gathering lacked a larger purpose. The colonization system gives us an additional layer of gameplay that pushes you forward and provides more things to do, which is great in my opinion. The Planets and Survival Foundation patch is a huge milestone for Space Engineers 2 and will definitely deliver many hours of fun. But the game is still in alpha, and many announced and unannounced features are still to come. Let me know in the comments which mechanic from this video you like the most. I'm looking forward to a great discussion. On October 1st, the official Space Engineers channel will host a live stream celebrating the launch of the new update. If you are a fan, you can't miss it. I definitely be watching. And right afterward, I'll jump straight into creating new Space Engineers 2 gameplays. So, if you want to see it, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay updated. And as always, thanks for watching, have a great day, and bye bye.